Hey everybody, my name's Jackie Shaw. What are the avoidable mistakes bookkeepers and business owners can avoid to keep their relationship with their CPA in good standing? So today we are going to be talking about the 5 things that so many business owners get wrong during tax season. This training is for business owners and bookkeepers, and we want to talk through the things that you can do so that you keep your relationship with your CPA solid. There is a huge shortage of accounting professionals across the U.S. I'm talking about CPAs, any sort of tax preparers, bookkeepers, controllers, you name it. And because of this shortage, we need to make sure that our relationship with our CPA is okay and stays okay, because a CPA will, if your books are delivered year after year after year, a complete disaster, and they've warned you and they've told you that your books are a mess, you got to get help, and you don't do it, I've seen it. They might fire you. And then how do you find the next CPA to replace them because of the shortage? Right now, in my area, every single CPA that I had on my referral list is not taking any more clients. When I did a presentation recently, and one of the people on the panel was a CPA, he said that if you're looking for a new CPA, you need to be looking like May, June, and July. Because by September, October, the firms already have the list of people they're helping, and they have it shut down. No more people get added. I also, by October, we had our list and we were maxed out. So anybody that contacted us for support after October, we had to say, sorry, we're full, right? No more registrations available. So our job today is to talk through the things that I've seen happen over and over and over again. You know, I've been doing this work for almost 20 years, and we help about 100 businesses a year. So do the math. Like, I've seen a lot of financial statements. And one of the things that I love to do is teach. And so I teach bookkeepers how to be bookkeepers. I teach business owners how to read financial statements. I love to clean up disasters, which is why I know about these 5 things, because they're things that I've taken care of repeatedly. So I know for some business owners, tax season is so stressful. Like, you feel like you're just scrambling to pull things together, and you throw it to the CPA, and then you wait. And you wait. And a month goes by. And you're waiting because you're waiting for the shoe to drop, right? You're petrified that you're going to find out that you owe the government $50,000 in taxes, right? Something that you're not prepared for, an amount of money that is really going to cause you a lot of sleepless nights. And I don't want you to have to experience that. So how do you not go through that kind of stress during tax season? Number 1, solid bookkeeping starting January 1st. Number 2, not abdicating your bookkeeping. Leslie Shiner, a nationally recognized leader in the accounting industry, has a great quote. Do not abdicate your books, delegate. Business owners, that means you actually have to supervise your bookkeeping and make sure it is happening correctly. And a lot of business owners don't really understand the financial statements or bookkeeping. And so they're not really feeling like they're the right person to supervise. So you might need some mentoring yourself. You might need some education so that you feel more confident. But you've got to have more than one set of eyes on those books. And then bookkeepers, huge shortage of bookkeepers. And honestly, the vast majority of people doing bookkeeping don't have training, like official training. They've learned on the job, and they're self-trained, they're watching YouTube videos, things like that. Now, I was one of those bookkeepers. Don't get me wrong. We can get a lot done, but there's holes in our education. And those holes then cause a problem for the business owner and the CPA. One of the things that I've seen recurring that causes a problem is bookkeepers feeling confident. So many people that are doing bookkeeping are really data entry clerks because they don't know how what they're entering, clickety click, impacts the financials. That's the key, a difference between a data entry clerk and a bookkeeper. A bookkeeper knows that when they do that entry, they know how it's going to impact the financials, and they know what is the correct way of impacting the financials and what is the incorrect way of impacting the financials. And so because business owners, I'm talking to you, because so many business owners have minimized bookkeeping and they just don't really think it's that important, they abdicate, I mean, they just throw the bookkeeping at someone and wish and hope that everything's going to be okay. So I don't want you to be in that situation. I want you to understand the importance of bookkeeping. Those financial statements tell the story of your business in numbers. You want to be able to look at your financial statements every single month, which means the bookkeeping has to stay up to date. And then what are the biggest things that cause those financial statements to be incorrect? And that's what we're going to be talking about in this series. The last thing that I'll mention is I know the commercials tell you that the software can handle it, right? That you don't have to worry about the bookkeeping. QuickBooks Online just magically takes care of all of it. You just have to hook up your bank feed and you can walk away. This is not true. Like so many commercials, it's not being honest with you. We are at a very precarious point in time for bookkeeping because AI is getting pushed and automation. And let me tell you, there has been automation in the bookkeeping world for a very long time. There's automated systems in QuickBooks Desktop. There's lots of ways that you can have some automation. But the big push for AI and into its push of QuickBooks Online has really muddied the waters as far as what the software can do and what you need humans to do. So while it's great that AI is out there, there's, wonderful apps like Adaptive for remodelers that can really help. You still need a human directing the AI. And because of this push for automation, what I'm seeing is we have people that are doing bookkeeping now that don't even know you're supposed to reconcile the accounts. That's a really scary place to be if the person doing your bookkeeping doesn't even know they're supposed to reconcile. And it's something that I'm seeing more and more. So, business owners, I really encourage you to take your bookkeeping seriously and make sure that your bookkeeper gets professional development. There are great wage and hour classes through the Bureau of Labor and Industry here in Oregon. There are, little webinars and things like that. And then because I've seen these problems over and over and over again, one of my colleagues and I actually started a bookkeeping academy. So a few years back, we founded Brass Jacks Bookkeepers, and that company, it provides trainings to bookkeepers, so continued education. And one of the classes that would be a great follow-up from this series, if you want, no pressure, is our year-end close class. And there is a coupon right here, bing, that you can do YE100 for $100 off our year-end close class. Now, let me tell you the cool thing about the year-end close class. You have access to it for as long as we have our company. So when you pay for that course, you can go back year over year over year and watch videos again and check in and remind yourself on all the steps that you need for year-end close. So dear bookkeeper friends, this would be a huge asset to you because not only are you going to take the training, but you continue to have access to it. Because folks, what we're talking about today, a lot of the things we're talking about, you really only have to deal with it once a year, right? Year-end close only happens once a year. So it's easy to forget about things and not remember that you have to tick all those boxes before things go off to the CPA. So with that, my friends, let's get started. Let's move on to the next video.